Greetings, class, and welcome to Horror 101 and day 29 of Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. We are at the home stretch, class. We're almost done. It has been a magnificent journey that I have shared with you all. But today, I wanted to talk about something that might not be so far off from the world and the realm of reality, especially considering the way that things are going in our world. Now, a lot of people enjoy the horror of movies because it is a way of escaping the reality that we live in, which, unfortunately, the world that we live in is terrifying and truly scary compared to the things that we enjoy in movies, I'm sorry to say. So, the premise of today's tale of terror is something that might happen if things go the way they are going. And today's tale will be The Purge. Murder Night. Kill 'em all day. Whatever you want to call it. Now, this movie, I will admit, is not that good. The sequel is much better. Oh, the sequel is so much better than the first one. But I do have to talk about the first one because it is the one that started the whole concept of these movies. Now, The Purge is set in a what-if world where government has decided that, we totally understand and agree that the world we live in is kind of messed up. Crime rate is up, poverty is up. It's a pretty messed up world. So, we're going to tell you what we offer here. As a means to take care of both of those problems, one day a year, we will legalize all crime. You can do whatever the hell you want for that one day. Just keep it to that one day. The rest of the year, you have to be good citizens. You can't do any sort of crime. But on that one day, you can have yourself a merry old time and do whatever you want. Now, somehow, you can imagine how messed up the world of this movie is, that actually flew. People actually agreed to that, and, it's a thing. In the first Purge movie, we actually follow a family that is getting ready to, live through the Purge. There are hints of things that are happened before, and hints of things that are happening, setting up the world of the Purge. Now, this family is a pacifist family. They actually don't partake in the Purge. They don't want to commit any crimes of any sort. They just want to get through. The father appears to be well off since he is able to afford very high-tech, security. So, as you're being introduced to the world and the characters, you all of a sudden get thrown into the Purge. Now, honestly, what I was expecting is that we would get a bigger scope of this premise. But this being the first one, they were, I guess, testing the waters, seeing what might work, what might not work, and we don't get to see that. We get to see news reports and people talking about the Purge, but no full-blown Purge. Now, this family only gets involved in it after a person knocks at the door screaming for help. He's like, help me, they're trying to purge me. And the family's like, well, we're decent people. It's our civic duty to try to help this person. Never mind the fact that they might be letting a wolf inside their home, Not saying I would, but, if I would want to do something during Purge night, I'd be like, pretend to be, needing of assistance, and then get in and then do my thing. Not that I would do it, but, if I was that kind of person, that's what I would do. But they let the guy in, and he doesn't, have any homicidal tendencies. He just genuinely doesn't want to be purged. But when they let him in, people were following that guy, and it's like, the main villain character is actually pretty cool. Reminds me of me. And he's like, ding dong. Well, hello there. We have no problem with you. You see, we are doing our civic duty of purging, fun, good old time, and you took our prey, so would you be so kind to throw him back out, and, let us do our thing, and then we'll be merrily on our way. Very, very reasonable, all things considered, but the family's like, no, we don't want to do that, it's not right, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, the people that were trying to purge take offense to that, and it becomes a home invasion thing. The purgers are trying to get into the house, the purgees are, trying to survive the night. The scope of the movie is, again, just a home invasion. There's no real sense of what's happening outside. You get, again, hints here and there, but nothing really full-blown. But without this movie, we would not have had the Purge Anarchy. The Purge Anarchy is so much better. That actually does allow you to see the scope of a night like this. Also, Rick and Morty did a really, really good parody episode, which I thoroughly enjoyed very much. That was a lot of fun. So, there's importance to this movie. While not as awesome as the sequel, because honestly, I thoroughly enjoyed the sequel. The sequel was so much better. I actually cared about those characters, and the main character in that one is so badass. And again, you get a bigger sense of the world in the sequel. But, again, it's the first part. You have to kind of see it to get the feel for the world. And then when you see Purge Anarchy, you can appreciate it more. So, the first one, unfortunately, does falter. It does provide interesting setup, but it's, at the end of the day, it's just a home invasion movie. Not that memorable. Bah, I would recommend the second one. But for the purpose of historical value, I have to talk about The Purge, the first one. In the grand scheme of things, The Purge gets a C+. Great, interesting concept, nice world building, but as a movie, it's just a home invasion movie, nothing special. There are much better home invasions. There are worse home invasion movies, but there are better home invasion movies. So it's kind of like in the middle. The world building is what really sets it apart because it's a different kind of concept, and of course, gives way to Purge Anarchy, which again, I thoroughly enjoyed. That movie was lots of fun. Yes. Well, class, we're done with another day. Now that we're so close to the end, I must admit I am going to miss our time together. Hopefully, you will see me from time to time more frequently, since, your good old pal, the professor, tends to be a lazy guy. But I will see you all tomorrow to talk about another tale of terror. Till then, class, good evening.